Boy, is there a lot going on in the market and cryptocurrency space? This is episode 262. No edits crypto. Friday edition here just after noon EST. Three stories in the market, which is seen better 24-hour spans. First story is Vitalik proposal could turn Ethereum staking into a $160 million industry. A new proposal by Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, suggests he is considering increasing rewards for validators who would secure the operation of the next version of the world's second largest blockchain. Ethereum 2.0 is by far the biggest upgrade on the horizon for the Ethereum blockchain, today valued at $17.5 billion. Its broader goal is to erase ongoing bottlenecks to transaction throughput and significantly decrease costs on the network. Rather than relying on proof of work consensus protocol whereby miners compete to bundle together blocks of transactions and add them to the ever-growing chain, Ethereum 2.0 will rely on proof of stake consensus protocol whereby validators stake their own funds and attest to blocks and transactions being created on the network. As such, the security of Ethereum 2.0 network is reliant not upon enormous amounts of computational energy, but rather enormous amounts of staked wealth. In a proof-of-stake system, your cost of attack is just buying tokens. You basically want it to be unreasonable that anyone could be able to buy so many tokens that they're able to attack the network, Frederick Harrison, CTO of Ethereum Software Client Parity, explained. As proposed by Ethereum Foundation researcher Justin Drake in recent days, the targeted amount of staked wealth on the network is around 32 million ETH. By today's estimates, that would be valued at $5 billion. And based on that amount of targeted wealth, staked wealth, roughly 160 million in ETH could be earned annually by entities that would, as planned, replace the network's current ecosystem of transaction miners. So this has been an ongoing proposal by Ethereum, that they're going to make this move. Mt. Gox's second story is Mt. Gox Bitcoin stash won't move until 2020 as Payout deleted via Esther Kim of Bitcoinist. The trustee of defunct Bitcoin exchange Mt. Gox has again extended the deadline for submitting and approving the rehabilitation plan to repay users. The trustee blames large amount of claims. According to a translated statement which appeared April 25th, Mt. Gox's trustee in charge of rehabilitation process says the new submission deadline is now October 28, 2019. The previous cutoff point was scheduled for Friday this week, but the trustee acknowledged that the volume and complexity of user claims meant such a time frame was insufficient. A large amount of rehabilitation claims that the rehabilitation committee or trustee fully or partially disapproved remains undetermined for being subject to claim assessment procedures, the statement reads. So that deadline moved back, which is actually good for price. However, the big story of the day is Tether and Bitfinex legal embargo tanks Bitcoin price by 5.8% in just minutes. The last 24 hours have been volatile. There is blood in the streets. A document unveiled by the New York Attorney General's Office, NYAG office, on Thursday has revealed that Bitfinex, the company behind both Tether, USDT, and Bitcoin exchange Bitfinex, is coming under legal pressure. Bitcoin loses 2% as Tether debacle comes to light. In a press release posted earlier this hour, the New York Attorney General's Office revealed that Bitfinex may be violating New York law in relation to activities that may have defrauded local investors that trade cryptocurrencies. The office even wrote that it is attempting to expose ongoing fraud being perpetrated by Bitfinex and Tether, which are two startups that have long been under fire from cryptocurrency's demographic of skeptics and conspiracists. The suit also revealed that Bitfinex purportedly sent $850 million to a Panama-based company, lost access to the funds as a result of government seizure, and had to dip into Tether's cash reserves. This is why fiat money and printing money is not good. It isn't clear how this monumental legal situation is developing behind closed doors, but as analyst Moon Overlord quipped on Twitter, Bitfinex, a long-standing, extremely staunch critic of Bitfinex's businesses, is likely in complete euphoria. As a result of this news, Bitcoin has dropped 5% in a span of under 30 minutes. Bitcoin is currently trading at 51.50. This is at press time on Coinbase, which is dramatically lower than the 55.20 seen just an hour before. Altcoins are posting similar losses. Some analysts expect cryptocurrencies to fall further in coming hours, and even lower if the suit reveals damning criminal evidence about operations of Bitfinex and Tether. So, a lot going on right now, but Bitcoin was pushing the $100 billion market cap itself, and it has been rejected with this news, and just it just seems like a lot of things coming together right now in technical analysis, and over time, if you look back to 2015 and the charts, this is we're following almost an exact pattern right now. So it just seems like the bulls right now might be a little exhausted after about 2 months of over 2 months now of upward momentum. And we might see a further dip. It's hard to tell, but we lost about $15 billion in market cap yesterday. The aggregate market cap went from about 85 billion, I think, to 170 billion now, 547 million. 170 billion, 547 million, 513,000 right now. Bitcoin down 3.83% at $5,278. Ethereum down 5.87%. At $155.28. Bitcoin Cash down 5.81%, $265.07. Litecoin down 2.33%, $72.42. EOS down 2.61%, $4.66. Basically, the only thing in the green right now is Bitcoin or Binance Coin, which is up 0.15%, $22.85. Hard to ignore right now what Binance Coin is doing. To Monero down 5.64%, $63.12. Bitcoin SV up 3.43%, $54.27. Well, that's interesting. Dash down 7.87%, $108.77. Neo down 7.2%, $9.39. Ethereum Classic down 4.19%, $5.38. Not financial advice, but I know a lot of people right now are moving into stable coins or trading into the dollar, US dollar, or whatever your national currency is, as long as it's stable. In the short term, interim, stable. No fiat currency is stable in the long run, with only a shelf life of 30 years. Steem, average 30 years. Steem down 9.3%, 33 cents. Steem really taking a hit right now. To Flash, which is down 7.31% at 0.28. So Bitcoin dominance has risen to 5.7% or 54.7%. So a lot going on. I wouldn't be surprised if we went a little bit lower this weekend. It will be interesting to see what the next 36 to 72 hours or whatever, something like that, hold for us, as I think we could see some lower prices. We'll have to wait and see. Still think we're in a bullish trend overall. If you look at the last month, we're still up over $1,200. So positive in that regard, but right now in the last 36 hours, things seem to be cooling down a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see. Everyone have a good weekend.